Discover the secrets of the legendary samurai Musashi to overcome chronic fatigue and awaken boundless energy every day. Have you ever wondered why you always feel tired, even when you haven't done much? It's not because you're weak, it's not because you lack sleep, it's because your mind is carrying an invisible burden far heavier than you realize. You wake up with a nameless emptiness. The first thing you do is reach for your phone, and suddenly your mind is pulled into hundreds of things to worry about, compare, and chase after. You live as if chasing something without shape, results, expectations, praise, recognition. Every day feels like running a marathon with no finish line. Even when you rest, you're not truly resting. Your body lies still, but your mind keeps spinning. This is burnout, the exhaustion of the soul. Musashi, the master swordsman, understood this hundreds of years ago. He said that people only become truly tired when they live out of alignment with their true path. When the mind is not unified with thought, when thought does not match action, when we fight for goals that are not truly ours. You're tired not because you lack energy, but because your energy is leaking into other people's pressures, fear of falling behind, the desire to prove yourself, into things that bring no real meaning. You were not born to chase chaos. You were born to live clearly, powerfully, and with purpose. The journey to reclaim your energy starts the moment you watch this video. Hit like, subscribe to the channel to catch more valuable content, and share your thoughts on this topic. Chapter 1. When Energy is Lost. There are moments in life when you are strong, burning with fire, eager to face any challenge as if nothing could stop you. You are full of energy. But over time, that energy fades, not loudly, but quietly. It starts when you fight for goals that aren't yours. When you live to meet others' expectations instead of listening to your own inner call. When you start comparing yourself to others, on social media, at work, in the smallest moments of life. And then you overthink. You try to please everyone except yourself. You run without knowing who you are running for, where you are running to, or why you are running at all. This is when energy begins to leak. You're not exhausted in a single day, but slowly, piece by piece, like a flame burning in the wrong direction. Musashi understood this early. He did not fight to prove himself. He did not train to earn praise. He did not live to chase recognition. He lived to understand himself. And it was this clarity, the unity of mind, thought, and action that became his inexhaustible source of energy, steady and unending. Identify what you truly want. Live for your own goals. When you return to the path that belongs to you, your energy doesn't just come back, it becomes stronger, deeper, and more enduring. This is the first step to breaking free from the chronic fatigue that drains you every day. Chapter 2. The Burden of the Unnecessary. Musashi moved through life with an astonishing lightness. He carried very little, moved freely, sometimes even barefoot, because he understood that simplicity is strength. For him, material things, fame, and extravagance were distractions, never the foundation of a solid life. Musashi believed that every object, every thought, every attachment could become a weakness. One unnecessary possession, one unneeded expectation, one ignorant desire, all could pull a person off their true path. So he embraced minimalism, not for asceticism, but to keep the mind unbound. In contrast, modern life burdens us with too much luggage. Work pressures, constant news, endless desires, social media demanding our presence, energy-draining relationships. All of this accumulates into an invisible weight, leaving us exhausted without understanding why. Not because we are weak, but because we carry too many things that aren't ours. Musashi chose to live light in order to travel far. And the lesson for us today is the same. Remove what is not truly necessary, from possessions, thoughts, to habits. When you let go of an unnecessary project, you reclaim some energy. When you release a toxic relationship, you reclaim peace. When you clear your mind of comparisons, expectations, and fears, you move like Musashi, light, sharp, and free. The lighter the mind, the calmer the spirit, and energy returns, deeper and more enduring than ever. Chapter 3. Stillness in Motion. Finding Energy Through Inner Peace. Even amidst life and death battles, Musashi maintained a strange power. His mind remained calm even while his body moved. He was not only an undefeated swordsman, he also wrote, painted, carved wood, and meditated. For Musashi, swordsmanship, art, and meditation were one path, a way to balance the inner self and keep his energy from ever running out. Musashi understood that the greatest victory is not defeating an enemy, but maintaining inner peace in all circumstances. He always set aside time to step back from the chaos, reflect, listen, and examine himself. These moments of stillness formed a strong mental foundation, allowing him to face danger without fear. Modern humans, on the other hand, live with a mind that never stops, busy at work, yet even at rest, dragged by phones, messages, notifications. The mind never rests, and energy never recovers. You're not tired because you work too much. You're tired because you don't give your mind space to breathe. Seek purposeful moments of silence. A few minutes of daily meditation, a journal entry, an afternoon walk, a creative moment free from distraction. When you allow the mind to pause, your inner energy naturally flows, deep, enduring, and powerful. Inner peace doesn't come from the outside, it comes from actively turning inward. When you learn stillness in motion, you not only become stronger in life, you become unshakable. Chapter 4. Conquering Yourself Every Day, the Daily Duel. For Musashi, the greatest power did not lie in the sword, but in the ability to conquer himself every day. He understood that battles on the battlefield were only a small part. The true battle is within, where one faces procrastination, fear, and habits that weaken the will. Every morning for Musashi was a new duel. Either you defeat yourself or you are defeated by yourself. No gray areas, no exceptions. He trained to overcome laziness, to conquer hesitation, to rise to challenges others avoid. This mindset forged his indomitable spirit. In modern life, people grow tired not from doing too much, but from losing too many small battles. Losing to the bed each morning, losing to procrastination, losing to the fear of starting something new, losing to the excuses we create. Every small defeat weakens the will a little, diminishes self-belief, and drains energy. Choose one small victory every day. Wake up on time. Complete one important task. Keep a promise to yourself. One small act, yet powerful enough to shape your spirit. And when you consistently win these small battles, your inner energy multiplies. You become more confident, disciplined, and steadfast. Nothing strengthens you more than witnessing yourself rise above yourself every day. The strongest swordsman is not the one who defeats many enemies, but the one who never stops conquering himself. Chapter 5. Maintaining an immovable mind amid ever-changing circumstances. In the Book of Five Rings, Musashi describes ultimate strength not as speed or technique, but as an immovable mind, a state of mental stability that remains unshaken no matter how the world shifts around you. It was this steadfastness that allowed him to survive countless life and death battles and maintain clarity in moments when others would easily collapse. In contrast, modern people are exhausted because their minds are constantly pulled by external forces. Judgments, breaking news, the noise of social media, family and societal expectations. Every small influence acts like an invisible thread, tugging the mind away from stability. When the mind cannot stand still, energy leaks, emotions become fragile, and we easily fall into mental fatigue. Musashi trained his mind by facing danger, fear, solitude, and even death head-on. He realized that most of what we fear does not exist in the external world. It exists in an untrained mind. When the mind becomes firm, the external world loses its power to disturb it. Practice cultivating an immovable mind with 3 simple yet powerful habits. Meditate for 5 to 10 minutes daily to clear the mind. Avoid reacting immediately to emotions. Take a few breaths to fully observe what is happening. Focus solely on the task at hand rather than letting the mind wander to the past or future. By mastering an immovable mind, you are less swept away by chaos, waste less energy, and maintain clarity under pressure. This is the foundation of inner strength, the anchor that keeps you steady in a constantly changing world. Chapter 6. Letting go of attachment to outcomes, living for the process and yourself. After countless battles, Musashi faced his ultimate duel against Sasaki Kojiro, considered his strongest opponent. Yet what set Musashi apart was not skill or fame, but his composed mindset. He did not appear to be praised, nor to bolster his legend. Musashi came to conquer himself, to align mind, sword, and intent as one. After defeating Kojiro, he departed in silence. No celebration, no applause, no attempt to engrave his name in history. For him, victory was never the destination. It was merely a moment of proof of continuous, disciplined practice. People who live clinging to outcomes, scores, achievements, praise, inevitably allow their energy and emotions to be dictated by the outside world. Even a small failure can break them because their motivation is misaligned. For Musashi, results do not define your value. What defines you is how you navigate each day, each challenge, each silent effort unseen by anyone else. When you focus on the process, you become steadier, more focused, and less swayed by temporary fluctuations. Let go of attachment to outcomes. Live for the process. Live for yourself. Live for the true meaning of what you are doing. Victory, if it comes, is a bonus. Growth is the true prize. Chapter 7. The Art of Walking Alone Without Feeling Lonely. Musashi left behind the Dokokodo, the way of walking alone, as a testament to the power of independent spirit. In a noisy world where everyone fears emptiness, constantly seeking connection, attention, or recognition, modern people easily fall into inner insecurity. We cling to others to fill the void, only to exhaust ourselves when there is no response. Musashi chose a different path. He saw solitude as a forge where he could hear his truest inner voice, reflect on what mattered, and sharpen his inner strength like the edge of a sword. Living alone does not mean disconnecting from the world. It means connecting more deeply with yourself. When you know how to be alone, you are no longer swayed by others' expectations, no longer playing roles, no longer chasing recognition. You return to your true nature, your genuine needs and desires that no one can judge. To preserve lasting energy, learn to enjoy your own company, seeing it as restoration rather than deprivation. Give your mind quiet moments. No phone, no social media, just you and your truest thoughts. Ask yourself, what do I truly want when no one is watching? A question that reveals the essence of your life. When you no longer fear solitude, you gain a type of energy that cannot be taken.
energy born from inner strength, freedom of spirit, and the ability to stand firmly on your own 2 feet.
Chapter 8. Living in rhythm with nature, not the rush of life. Musashi chose to live in harmony with nature, allowing body and mind to align with the natural flow of life. He meditated by rivers, wrote in caves, trained in rain and wind, ensuring every action came from balance, not from the chaotic pace of human society. His rhythm was not dictated by schedules or social expectations, but by natural harmony, where energy could be nurtured and restored organically. Modern people, in contrast, are exhausted because they live out of sync with nature, staying up late, eating in haste, overworking, living amid urban noise and constant pressure. When body and mind are not honored according to natural rhythms, energy depletes, the mind becomes stressed, and health suffers. Musashi emphasized that sustainable energy comes from living in tune with nature, sleeping on time, eating moderately, exercising appropriately, and taking daily moments of stillness. Observe your body instead of forcing it. Favor daylight for activity and rest at night. Spend a few minutes immersed in nature instead of scrolling social media. These practices restore the mind profoundly. Listen to your body rather than letting society's schedule dictate everything. Prioritize natural rhythms, day for activity, night for rest. Spend a few minutes in nature daily to recharge energy. When you live according to nature's rhythm, energy doesn't just return, it becomes lasting, deep and steady, ready for any challenge without fatigue. The source of true energy. Real energy doesn't come from outside. Not extra sleep, coffee, or temporary breaks. It comes from the alignment of mind, thought, and action, when you live according to your values, goals, and true path. By eliminating unnecessary waste, disciplining yourself, letting go of attachment to outcomes, and seeking inner stillness, energy naturally returns, deep, enduring, and potent. Musashi chose a life of simplicity, discipline, and inner clarity. He did not seek fleeting pleasures, fame, or validation from others. His energy stemmed from clarity of mind, understanding what he was doing, why, and taking steady steps on his path. This clarity created inner strength that no challenge could steal. If you feel tired, drained, or lost amid life's chaos, perhaps you have yet to walk your true path. Perhaps you carry too many meaningless burdens, chase fleeting motivation, and crave quick results. Pause, breathe, rediscover your true purpose, organize your life, and build inner discipline. Then, real energy will return. Not temporary, not fragile, but deep, enduring, and strong enough to face every challenge with clarity and resilience. Living purposefully, clearly and simply, is the key to awakening your inner power, transforming energy from something that drains into an endless source of life.